So number 7, we're still factoring by grouping because we still have 4 terms. This time, sometimes we need to rearrange them. We want to group them so we have a pair that has at least something in common. So you look at your list and you pick 2 of them to go together. Which 2 would you like to put together?
Negative 3u, negative 4y.
Now what do those 2 have in common?
Nothing.
Not a whole lot, other than a negative
okay,
sign.
you want us to put something in common together.
Yep. We could put the uy with the negative 4y because they both have y's.
Oh,
I could have
okay.
put the first 2 together because they do both have u's.
Okay.
So, we chose to put these 2 together. They both have y's. We can see then that the greatest common factor is y. And if I take the y out, I'm going to be left with u minus 4. So when I write down the other 2 terms, I want to look to see what I want to have. I want to have a u first, so I want the term with the u first. So I'm going to write down the negative 3u and then the plus 12. And then again I'm going to say, okay, what do I need to divide out of negative 3u to get just the u?
Negative 3.
The negative 3, exactly. So then when I divide out the negative 3, I'm going to get u
Plus 4.
not u plus 4.
No, u negative 4.
Yes, because a positive divided by a negative makes that a negative, changes that sign, right? So now you can see what's in the parentheses is the exact same thing. You're on the right track. And so my factors and so u minus 4 is my common factor and y minus 3 is my other factor. Okay? So sometimes there's more than one way to do this, but when you start, you just want to pick out 2 of the terms that have something in common so that you have a place to start.
Okay, I need to write that down. Like terms, to like terms.
That was 7. We must be on 8 then. So number 8. Which pair do you want to start with? Okay, we'll just leave them with the first 2. 25y plus 5vy. Both of those are divisible by 5. And a y. A 5y would be my greatest common factor. So if I divide them both by 5y, I'm going to get 5 plus v. Now you'll happen to notice my other 2 terms are 5 plus v, but you still want to think about what do you divide 5 by to get 5? 1. So I'm going to have a plus 1 in front of my parentheses. 5 divided by 1 is 5, v divided by 1 is still v, but you have to get that second term to put in your parentheses. So it's a 1 if you have it. And so my common factor, 5 plus v, my other factor, 5y plus 1. And if you get stuck and confused and you think, well, that doesn't look like it's working out right, just regroup it and say, oh, maybe I want to put this one with this one because they both have v's. It should end up working out right as long as you start out with a pair that's in common. So if you get stuck and you think, man, I don't know what to do with this, just regroup it and try it again. Otherwise, it's a 1. So number 9, if you look at that list, which 2 do you want to put together?
6xb minus 15x.
Okay, she says, let's put the 6xb with the minus 15x. So my greatest common factor there would be 3x. So if I take 6xv and I divide it by 3x, I would get 2v. And if I take negative 15x and I divide it by 3x, minus 5. So I use this term and this term. I want the one with the v first because I know I have to have a v in my parentheses. So the plus 14v and the minus 35. So what am I going to divide the 14v by to get the 2v?
Positive
positive 7. If I divide them both by 7, I would get
2v minus 5.
the 2v minus 5 that I'm supposed to get. Therefore, my factors are going to be
2v minus 5. 3x plus 7.
2v minus 5 times the 3x plus 7.